We got into Kona about 2 years ago, so we're in our second full season. We had an interesting transition in our lives. We sort of blank slated our lives, and we sought direction on what to do. And so I was looking at all kinds of business opportunities and different directions to go, and Kona kind of popped up to the surface. For 20 years I've been a senior pastor of churches, and worked in 2 churches, one in Kentucky and one in here in South Carolina. And so we went through this transition phase and eventually saw direction in our lives to go the Kona route. And we thought we were crazy. Everybody else thought we were crazy, although we didn't tell a whole lot of people. And but the doors kept opening, and we eventually made the decision and went Kona. So we started up and have been on the Kona journey ever since. I was sitting on the couch looking through franchise portal websites, and it just popped. And I called Angela over and said, hey, you got to come see this. This is unique. There's nothing like it in our area. It just looks like it would work here, and I think we need to check it out. So she came over and she looked at it and said, you're crazy. That's what it's a big truck with a penguin on it, you know, and how can you make a living doing that? So we felt like we did need to explore it, and I bought in earlier than she bought in. Yep. Our favorite thing about owning a Kona franchise has been the freedom to set your own hours, work the way you want to, be your own boss. If you need to earn a little more income, then you go out and work a little harder. And then also just the process of entering the business world from the church world where I was, and connecting with a company like Kona Ice. From the minute I met Tony, I had this sense of trusting him, of asking him serious questions and not getting just the answer, but getting a heartfelt response. I remember one of the questions I asked Tony after he had met us and talked to us for a while. We actually drove up to corporate and spent about a half a day with him. And that made an impression on me too, just that here the president of a growing, new, high quality company would spend 4 or 5 hours with a prospective franchisee. So he spent that time with us, answered our questions, and I asked him at the end of our time together, knowing our lives, knowing where we're coming from, knowing Kona and our community a little bit from our description, do you think this is a good decision for us? And he said, I think you'd make a great Kona couple. I think you'd make a great Kona franchise owner. And I knew that he wasn't just trying to sell me a truck, he was giving me his honest response.